to my channel. Well, if you watch my channel long enough, you'll get the impression that I just like traditional knives, and that's not the case. Uh, Traditional knives are knives that I like to um, get and collect and everything, but I have quite a few modern knives, flippers and folders and stuff like that. This is 15 of the smaller size knives, like a 3-inch blade or less that I have, and we'll just go through, starting with the Elementum. This is what stopped me from buying a bunch of different knives. Was once I found this knife, it's not perfect, but for me, it became the perfect EDC knife. And for years, this was my main EDC just because I like the feel and the function, everything. Now the first one I got, it was in D2, and it was rare, which is rare for Civivi. It didn't have a good detent on it, so you could go like that, and it would half deploy. And I looked at the ball bearing track where it goes through, and it looked like it had been peened, like with a center punch or something along the track. And I tried to file it out and everything, or fix it, but it was always just an issue with that. And then Blade HQ, I believe, came out with this one in S35VN. They like to hide their steels stuff in here. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to see, but it's there. And I like that steel. D2 is good also, but this is more stainless. D2 is semi-stainless. Yeah, that pretty much stopped me from going crazy after flippers. After I got this one, I started getting into traditional knives because I like the looks of them, and the whole purpose for me getting into more modern knives is because when I grew up, we didn't have that option. I mean, the Buck 110 was considered modern, and it didn't come with an easy open deployment or anything. Everything was usually two hands. And so I thought, man, I need to catch up. There's a lot of stuff that I missed out on. So the Ka-Bar Dozer. This one happens to be in D2, but another great knife. It's not super fast. It's a backlock and everything, but man, it's about the size of the Elementum and everything. About half the price. The Elementum was going for around $50 most of the time when I got it, and this one was around $80 because of the steel, I guess, and everything. And these, I think, are usually an AUS 8 or something like that, which is not bad. But when they came out with this one in D2, and Blade HQ had a sale on it for about the same, I think it was like $25 that I got it for. So I can't pass that up. So that's another little cool one. Of course, Ganzo. Man, I got into a lot of Ganzo knives. I like this little rhino kind of guy, or he's kind of a toss between a Tanto, almost a Persian. He's got that upswept, little hook here and everything. Nice jimping. Just a little small blade. Let's get his number here. FH61 in D2. Reversible clip. Now the thing on the Elementum is they never made it reversible for lefties, and the only other thing I can say about the Elementum while we're talking about it again is they made a button lock Elementum, but man, I wish they would have come out with one that was larger. I mean, just a little bit bigger Elementum. Elementum, you could call it, but anyway, they never got around to that for some reason. But getting back to the Ganzos, these things are inexpensive, and if you're just starting to get into flippers and want to try a bunch of different knives, man, they've got all different kinds of profiles. Like this one is kind of like a ProTech looking design, but it's axis lock type of thing. 440C on this one. Get the model number here. It's the Firebird F753M. It's 440C. I think they have a bigger version of this too, but like I said, I was trying to narrow it down to just smaller size blades rather than larger ones. Alright, because we're doing Gonzos, I'm going to move that guy over. Alright, well, this isn't Gonzo either. Alright, here we go. Here's another Gonzo with a axis lock type of thing, or G-lock, or whatever you want to call it. And this one is the FB727S. That's a small one. They have a larger one and everything. Now this to me looks a lot like the Ontario Rat 2, which is right next to here, with a liner lock. My problem with the Rat 2 is a lot of times with these thumb stud openings, my thumb catches on the blade. It's usually not enough to cut me, but I just don't like that. You know, I don't like that when I'm deploying a knife. Now, I have a different technique. If I keep my thumb completely on the top here, I won't have any issues and everything. But with this one right here, see how my thumb sits up on there? There's no problem with it. I think it's a combination of the narrowness of the blade and just the way it's done, but I can feel that, you know, when I'm doing that, and it kind of bugs me. But yeah, this is a good one. This is a nice little, you know, you can open it or open it or close it. You just got to time that thing. And I've never had one of these springs break. They are a pain in the butt to put back in if you ever take them out. Of course, you know the Ontario Rat 2. This one's in D2, Model 2. But I think the other ones are in AUS 8. Man, it's just ergonomically, this is just a great design. Your finger locks in there. You got jimping up on the top. As long as I don't try to go super fast with it and everything, I'm alright. You know, it's got dual thumb studs, so you could do it from the left-hand side, although I don't know how you're going to close it like that. Alright, here's another one. This is the, what is this? I forget his name. That's the model number, but it's the Acturus? Man, I don't remember the name of it. But I like it so much. This one's in copper, and this was a SMKW exclusive in the copper. I got another one in G10, and man, this one weighs 4 ounces. The one in G10 weighs 2 ounces. I mean, you barely know it's there, but it's got the same blade and everything. I like this one a little bit more because it just feels more substantial, even though they're the same blade, you know. This is Artisan Cutlery, but I don't know. Acturus? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, one of the first ones I got, it's not really, you know, super modern or anything, but it's a Spyderco Delica 4. This one happens to be in ZDP 189, in that, they call it English Racing Green or something like that. And I carried this one a lot. I've sharpened the crap out of it and kind of snubbed his nose a little bit. But another great knife just to carry around. Alright, here's another Gonzo that was hiding out. He was supposed to be down here with the Gonzo crew, but he didn't. I love this one too, man. It's kind of like a spear point, Wharncliffe. You got a choil, you got a harpoon going on, you got finger jumping up there, the FH51 and D2. Again, another great knife. This one's only one side on the lanyard there. I mean, on the pocket clip. So it's not, I guess they figure if they're going to put a liner lock in here, they're just going to go all the way and just screw over lefties. Alright, Bear & Son. This kind of, I think this one's called the Cowpoke. Yeah, Yeah, just a nice one. It's got a pocket clip, it's got a back lock, and it's got a one-handed opening, but it's getting pretty close to almost like a traditional, you know, back lock type of knife, with the advantage of being able to open it one-handed. All of these are going to be able to be opened one-handed. That's one of the things that make them modern to me. All right, the Civivi Chronic. Now this guy barely came in under 3 inches. It's 3 inches if you measure it to right here. If you measure it to the hilt, it's like 3 1/4. If you go all the way up to there, but the cutting edge is less than 3 inches, or 3 inches. Just a nice slender, almost like a doctor's knife. I wish they would have made this end flat, you know, like a doctor's knife. Just because, I don't know, modern traditional, you know, it's like a fast opening doctor's knife, but that's a cool one. All right, the Civivi Chronic. Now this is a front flipper, and it's pretty easy to do. When front flippers came out, a lot of people didn't like them, or they had to be done just right, but yeah, this is the Civivi McKenna. Isham design. I believe he's no longer with us, but yeah, the pocket clip is reversible. It's small, but man, it's a small knife, but listen to this. Man, it's got a thwack when it comes out. I messed that one up. I haven't been playing with my flippers in a while. This was the first Civivi that I got, and what was this one called? They discontinued it. They made another version without this. I think this, you know, slap-on liner here was kind of crappy. They could have inlaid it, you know, if they were going to do that, instead of sticking it up. But other than that, man, this is what got me into thinking, man, Civivi's got some knives going, man, because it's easy to flip. It's ergonomic, you know, my hand just drops right in there. You got that choil up there for easier grip. You got a little jimping in the back. Yeah, what was this guy called? Old guy problems, memories. All right, yeah, you've seen this one recently. A Boker Kalashnikov sub. I believe these are California legal because they're small. California will allow autos, I believe, if it's got like a really small blade. And the thing about this is it's about the size of a Dragonfly, Spyderco Dragonfly, but it's automatic. So, pow, you know. Of course, you can't really close it one-handed too easily. Let me see if I can do it without losing a finger. All right, there we go. Yeah, you can. You just got to be able to manipulate it. All right, I never got a Spyderco Dragonfly, but I got a Baird Robin 2, which is basically the same thing. It's got a forward finger choil area jimping on it that I don't think the Delica has. Somebody scratched out China down there. Huh. I think it said China on there before. But it's an 8CR13 MOV, which is a good steel. Man, these are inexpensive compared to a Dragonfly. I think goes for almost $100, like $80 or dollars. So these are usually like 25, 26. And yeah, that's kind of a funky hole opening there, you know, like the bird and everything. It works, but it just reminds me of the Gerber Easy Out that I had. It had a slot like that, and I would open, you know, that's the way you would open it and everything, and I never thought anything of it, and I always thought that Spyderco round hole, everything looks stupid, the blade looks stupid, and then I did this, and I went, wow, it's a circle. There's no sharp edges to snag on. There's no difference in feel. Your thumb just rotates. It's perfect. A hole right there is perfect for that. All these other slotted things, they're trying. You know, they're trying. An oval's okay. I mean, an oval will work like that. But to me, ergonomically, a hole is perfect. All right, good. 15 knives, and I got it down to about 15 minutes, so there you go. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.